question.
What's your question?
Who are you voting for mayor?
That's my question, you know? Look at this guy. Wait, ask that question again.
Who are you voting for mayor?
Come on, Mamdani.
I support Mamdani.
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 Yeah, overall, I strongly oppose communism.
I'm afraid of Mamdani. I'm going to tell you why. I'm old enough to remember the South Bronx when things were really bad.
Mamdani should rule New York City.
I don't think a Muslim should be mayor of New York City.
Did you get the COVID vaccine?
Yeah.
Do you regret it?
No.
Why?
Because I'm huh? My God. No.
Did you get it again? They're still offering it now at the pharmacy.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a hassle.
Why don't you get another one?
Oh, because it's just not really, like, relevant anymore.
But I feel like it's very performative.
You can't vote, you're too young. Who would you vote for if you could?
I would vote for Mamdani.
I knew you were going to say that. Why is that?
Because I'm young.
Yeah, that's all lies. He's lying to you.
So what is his intention?
All his intention is to use the which is to bring Sharia law into New York City.
We're not asking these questions to me. Don't ask these questions.
I was fooled by the pumpkin. I thought you were going to be more reasonable.
Welcome back to the 1 Minute Podcast. It's New York City election season. Very tense time. Mamdani is running against Cuomo. It looks like Zohran Mamdani is going to win. The first Muslim mayor. Political, tense times. Talking to people is the best way to figure it out. It's the 1 Minute Podcast. Do you like Mamdani because of his stance on Palestine?
Yes. It's one of the things I really like about him.
Literally the only thing I really like about him
Yeah?
is that he said that he would arrest Netanyahu if he comes to New York City. Took balls to say that. Remember he was on the debate stage? How much would you go to visit Israel as the mayor? And they're like, I would go every day. I'd go. He's like, no, actually, I'm going to stay in New York City. Love that answer. That's the most patriotic answer. Everything else I don't like. Defunding the police, freezing the rent. It's like, yeah, a lot of this stuff seems like.
I'm a fan of like the defunding the police movement. I know I don't look like someone that would be that would be doing that, but did you say kind of? There needs to be policing in communities like there used to be back in like the 80s and 90s. How there used to be with like the Black Panthers and like how they used to like be their like the communities check in and like safeguard.
Talking about like the guardian angels?
Yeah.
So you want to replace the police with guardian angels?
No. So
Black Panthers?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so you replace cops with Black Panthers?
Yeah. Why not?
They tried to put a freeze on older rents back then.
What year?
74, 75, the city was going bankrupt.
You're that old?
Yeah, I'm 58 years old.
I thought you were like 43.
Well, thank you for the compliment, but I'm older than that. This guy's talking about free lunch and free this, and we're going to freeze the rent. If you've ever owned a building or a car or anything that needs maintenance, maintenance is something you can't control. What happened in the Bronx back in the 70s is either landlords torched their own building, which is dangerous for the people who live
Insurance
there,
money.
to get out, or they just walked away from the building altogether. And that's worse, because there's no affordable housing in the city as it is. That's going to put a squeeze on it and make it all worse.
Who was in charge of New York back then? Was it a socialist, communist type guy?
Just a regular old Democrat back in the day. They didn't have such things. You said anything like that, you'd probably get shot at.
Do you support Mamdani or Cuomo?
I'm a socialist, and he's a democratic socialist.
Why are you a socialist?
Because I believe in the dignity of all people and everyone's right to receive what they deserve as humans, which is, in our case, an affordable city to live in.
What was your biggest change of mind in life?
My biggest change of mind? What do you mean?
People decided they were like socialists, or decided they were gay, or decided they were Republican, or that they.
I don't think people decide they're gay, but I hear what you're saying.
Some do.
I think we disagree there, but okay. Well, no, you guys change of mind.
That's not true?
Not to me.
Okay. What do you think it is?
I think people discover. I don't think they decide.
What's your number one issue that Mamdani supports that you also support?
Prioritizing safety on the subways. As a young woman, that's very important to me.
How does he do that? By defunding the police?
Well, I don't think that's his only platform and only plan of action. how are people being lit on fire on the subway? How are women being harassed daily on the subway despite their presence? I think he wants to reallocate the budget for the NYPD so that there's not billions going to these people who are just effectively standing on the subway, turning a blind eye when there's actual crime happening on these trains.
Evan, are you a New Yorker?
Yeah.
Are you voting for Mamdani or Cuomo?
Mamdani.
Why is that?
I would like cheaper trains, cheaper buses. What's going on here? Just want to know who they're trying to catch. The NYPD trying to catch.
There you go, in the middle.
This shit, bro. Like, bro, honestly, this. Like, let someone sleep, bro.
So you think the cops should just let him sleep?
Yes, bro. It's a
Public train. We're supposed to go in there to get to work.
okay, but she's not taking up the whole train, bro. Like, I think victimless crimes like that, bro, like homeless people have it hard enough, bro. They let them sleep.
I mean, this person's high, like he's eating food too. It's not just sleeping; it's have a whole plate of food, and he's high. He's high right now too.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that per se.
Anything wrong with being high and eating on a public train?
No.
So we should be able to eat food and get high in the train.
I don't think you should get high on the train because like it's closed airspace.
A lot of people do. They smoke. Like people like that are always smoking on the train.
People like that,
Those people.
I don't think. I think right now they aren't arresting him for smoking on. Or not. I don't know what they're doing, but
Can you show him again? See, look, this guy's high. Can't put on his shoes.
I'm from Estonia, but I live and study in Denmark.
I've never met somebody from Estonia before.
I know there are like 3 of us in the world, so you're actually pretty lucky.
Right now, New York, they're trying to elect a democratic socialist mayor, Zohran Mamdani. Have you heard about this guy?
Yeah, overall, I strongly oppose communism as a person who comes from a country with communist background. The fact that Mamdani is not able to condemn Intifada and Hamas, yes, and that's a very strong point of, like, if I had to elect my leader, it would be important for me that my leader condemns such organizations. Yes, I am.
Are there a lot of Jews in Estonia?
No, very little, which is why, for me, knowing that Jews here in New York are safe is super important because I've never experienced a community like this, coming from a country where there are barely any Jews. Yeah, so
I would never guess you're Jewish. You have blonde hair, blue eyes. Why should the New York City mayor even have an opinion about Hamas and Israel? You know, this is a city.
Because there's so many protests going on, and these protests have direct correlation with safety, with a lot of, like, with the Jewish community locally.
He has condemned some of that, and he started to go to synagogues and put on the yarmulke and.
Like, it's performative.
Havana Gila, Havana.
But I feel like it's very performative.
Everything a politician does is performative.
No, I agree with that, but I saw this fragment from the debate where Cuomo said not everything is a TikTok video, and I strongly support that point.
So you replace cops with Black Panthers.
Yeah. Why not?
Who's funding the Black Panthers?
Communities. That's why that's why you have to like give into your community and you have to like fund your community.
So the community is funding the Black Panthers who are policing the community.
Yes.
That's police. That's exactly what the police are. Yes, they are. Right now,
It's a police state.
right, but our tax dollars fund them. It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing though. Because
Because they're all black now? Because now they're black supremacists instead of cops?
No. Black supremacists, what do you mean?
That's what the Black Panthers are.
No, it's not. It's not the same way in that like white supremacy exists.
What's the difference?
Because you can't be
Racist if you're black?
yeah.
Why can't you be racist if you're black?
We're not asking these questions to me.
I am.
Don't ask these questions to
Are
me.
you white?
Yeah,
Okay, if I called you, say, I hate you because you're white, you're a white cracker, that's not racist?
fair enough.
It's not pretty racist.
It's not racist.
So what's the definition of racism?
It's being discriminatory towards a race, but this
Sounds like what I just did.
but no. It just doesn't work for white people though. Like honest to God, because it doesn't. Because
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but what you're saying is that to make New York safer,
We need more cops.
need more cops. Why?
Because they are the ones that stop crime.
Do they though? Really?
That's their job.
Right, but it's a difference between something being someone's job and something happening, like in practice.
Right. I mean, of course.
Because I think a lot of New Yorkers, including myself, would be skeptical with that argument.
What else stops crime if not police?
What else stops crime if not police? Well, another big one is the prison system. Prison has.
How do people get to prison?
How do people get to prison?
They get arrested by the police.
Right, it's two-pronged, but I'm saying prison as a deterrent, right? So people don't want to go to prison so they don't commit crimes, which is slightly different
And
than...
he also wants to reduce the amount of people at Rikers. He thinks that it's overcrowded, and he thinks he wants to decriminalize prostitution, these things, so the prisons are going to be less empty. The threat of Rikers Island is lessened under his rule.
Right, yeah, I mean, a mayor of New York can't necessarily do that, right? There's a lot of people you'd have to go through to do that. But yes, I mean, that is one of... And I support that. I'm a prison abolitionist.
Abolish prison?
Do you know what that is, prison abolition?
Someone wants to abolish prison.
But what does that mean?
I just said it.
No, but what can you clarify? Because you seem to have like...
I've never heard someone say it, but prison abolitionist would mean someone who wants to abolish prison. That's...
Right, but what does it look like to abolish prison?
I don't know. I mean, chaos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's a little bit of a misleading term. It does not mean get rid of prisons, but it means reform prisons as we know it, right?
You should stop saying. You should say, "I'm a prison reformist." What's your name?
William.
William, are you voting for Mamdani or Cuomo?
Cuomo.
Why?
I don't think a Muslim should be mayor of New York City.
Why shouldn't a Muslim be mayor?
It would go against everything we stand for.
What do we stand for?
Israel.
What does Israel stand for?
I would say a good way of life.
And Muslims don't have a good way of life.
No.
Okay, can you describe the Israeli way of life?
I would say that's actually nurturing and wholesome, I would say.
Israelis are nurturing and wholesome?
You can live. Yeah, I would say that that's the way it is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, they are constantly at war. For peaceful people, they're kind of always bombing.
I know. But I just believe what I believe, guys.
No, but you can have your beliefs. What makes the Muslim way of life un-American?
Because I would say that the Jewish people did not kill my friends on 9/11. The Muslims did.
So Mamdani is allowing for another 9/11 to happen.
That's exactly what I believe.
Well, why do you think Muslims did 9/11?
It's a fact.
What's the reason? Why would they do that?
Because they hate Americans.
Why do Muslims hate Americans?
That's a good question.
Remember the war in Iraq?
Yes.
Remember what they said? Weapons of mass destruction? Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, came to U.S. Congress and said that, right?
And I also believe that...
What happened when we went into Iraq?
Right, and I also do believe that at the end of the day, I think that Trump does have Netanyahu in his back pocket, some way. But I mean, like, I definitely believe that I think they put Mamdani in that position because of the fact that they wanted to cause more controversy, if you will.
You want to stir the pot even more.
Right, exactly.
Want more chaos.
Right.
Okay, so why does Israel want to start chaos in America? I thought they were good people. You just said that.
I don't know. I don't know.
America went into Iraq, killed 1 million civilians, and then people have birth defects, and we use chemical weapons there to try to get their chemical weapons and weapons of mass destruction. They didn't have any. You can understand why a lot of people in that region would not be happy with America after that, right?
Right.
Is that not, like we often call Muslims terrorists, is that not a terroristic act? What, 3,000 people died on 9/11, 1 million people in Iraq died? And we're not terrorists? So what is terrorism?
I guess it depends on how you look at it. I mean, I'm biased because of my friends that died on 9/11. That's why I'm biased about it, I guess.
Do you like Zohran Mamdani?
Yeah, he seems like a good candidate. He's promising for better housing, and better housing is good because a lot of people me personally, I was 3 people living in a 1-bedroom apartment, and so I think the reason we're trying to, because I just moved to New York, and we're still trying to find our own apartment, and the prices for a literal 2-bedroom apartment is so expensive that my mom, she's a teacher, she can't afford it with her salary. And I really think that just shouldn't be for New York because...
It's ridiculous that you can't afford an apartment on a teacher's salary.
There's so many different people who are living and working in New York, and it's just you have all this money from all these businesses coming in, why can't we have affordable housing for the people that you claim to care about?
I don't think we need more police officers like working train stops like this.
Where should the police be reallocated to?
Neighborhoods. I think I don't know. I'm not the politician.
I know, this is like a high concentration of crime and everything. I mean, the trains they're dirty, they stink.
That's crime though, bro. Sleeping on the train.
No, it's not a crime, but it's disruptive. Like it needs to be safe and clean. The trains are like a lot of times they're filthy.
I don't think it's unsafe. Are they cleaning it?
Police aren't, but when they get homeless people off the train who are eating it high, it's a little bit cleaner. Yeah.
Affordability.
Is someone smoking crack now? Do you smell that? It just came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, I swear to God, that's some fence smell or like.
So what's your opinion on all of this?
I think Zohran Mamdani is saying a lot of things that are practical and sound good to people who like to feel good, but in reality, it doesn't work. Hopefully he doesn't ruin the city and he's able to pipe down, and that's why I'm making this, because I think he has some good intentions. And I think his supporters too, they actually care. Yeah. The average liberal is not an evil person. The average liberal is like, yes, they want everyone to be like, get along. That's what it's all about. I don't want to make the same mistakes that other socialist nations have made.
I'm Italian, right? The Italians came here, they were poor, people said they were aggressive, they wanted them deported, right? Now where are we? They're running for mayor. Cuomo, right? This whole country is built on immigrants. We can't get rid of that, right?
What do you like about Mamdani?
I just like his goal of bringing New York back to the glory age and making it less expensive and not just a city for the elites. So it doesn't turn into Venice. It's a thing to live in New York, right? There are already high taxes here. The rich people aren't gonna take their kids out of schools and leave. They're not gonna do that. Maybe we'll lose a few people, but they're not real New Yorkers, so they can go. Yeah. You don't think so?
Yo, let him talk, man. Let him talk.
Who are you voting for?
Nobody? The robots are going to take everybody's job.
So many people from everywhere, they're coming together, minds are meeting, crazy, magical stuff is happening here. That's why you should raise your kids in a city, and that's why cities are better. Yes, that's why cities are progressive. Run on those principles and work on those principles. Okay, what is this guy talking about?
He comes here every episode, he's always here. Is Israel our greatest ally?
Well, I mean, if you're putting it in terms like that, I mean, possibly, because here's what they would do. They would absolutely go gun-ho for us, I believe, based on...
They never have. In the war in Iraq, they didn't deploy a single troop.
That's true. No, you're right. That's absolutely true. So I guess not.
They bombed our boat. They bombed the USS Liberty.
Well, I didn't know about that part.
They've never fought for us at all. We fought their wars. They never fought ours.
That's true. They weren't involved in Iraq. And that was a big one for us.
That's our greatest ally.
No, that was a good, yeah. Is that what, wait, are people actually saying they're their greatest ally?
Yeah, I mean, Ron DeSantis here from Florida, all those politicians, they really strongly stand and say Israel's our greatest ally, Judeo-Christian values. They stand by the Star of David.
Anyone that's in support of Donald Trump right now. Yeah. Exactly.
But also on the left, like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, most of the Democrats are also purporting that as well. Donald Trump is just going extra level glaze for Israel.
When did they start going pro-Israel?
It really ramped up after JFK was assassinated.
Turned into more than a minute because I'm like, wait, I'm having a good conversation with you. You're teaching me a lot.
Yeah, this is more stuff to know. I would say it ramped up a lot after JFK was assassinated, especially during the Reagan era. And then when the neocon movement started to explode, and then when we started going to war in the Middle East nonstop, we started saying that this is our shared ally. And since then,
I can't say what I'm going to say.
The United States has to protect Israel because we created all of those terrorist organizations.
Oh, wow, look.
Being arrested for that? I think it's kind of ridiculous. Whatever she was doing was victimless, bro. What we saw was them flashing the lights to stop it. And now you're talking about inconveniencing? This happened, 5 minutes ago and the train's not moving. How about all those people going? This is not efficiency. And what I know is Cuomo, he wants to push something 1,000 or something. I want more cops on the platforms stopping shit like this. This is not an issue I care about right now. I feel bad for this woman, bro. She was literally a warm place to sleep. Sorry, I just spit a little. A place to sleep. Well,
we don't know. I know that cop. I'll ask him what happened.
Free buses? Remember COVID? Wasn't that long ago. They had free buses. You know how many billions of dollars the city lost during free buses? These stations need work. These cars are old as dirt. We need to keep up with stuff. You can't keep up with stuff if you don't have money coming in. Now, he sounds good, and he seems like a nice guy, but at some point, the rubber meets the road. And when the rubber meets the road, that's when you really find out what's going on.
He's going to win, probably. It's like almost guaranteed.
It is, but, you know, we'll have to suffer through it, just like we suffered through de Blasio for 8 years.
That's true.
Look, I want everybody to do well. I want everybody to have food in their fridge, and I want their kids to be happy, and I want you to not go home and fight with your wife or your girl or whatever it is because there's no food on the table. But we're not going to do it by giving stuff away for free. We need to get these kids when they're young, make sure they know how to read, write, and do math. Because we're letting these kids out of school, they can't read, they can't write, and they can't do math. How are you going to get a job?
Right.
You know you're going to find some girl somewhere. She's going to get pregnant, and when you got to look at your kid starving, that's when you really do what you need to do. And that's never a good thing. We got to help people. Giving it to them for free is not going to help them. It's going to hurt them more in the long run because you can't do it forever. These free grocery stores he's talking about, they had one in Kansas City. It closed about 4 months ago. It had nothing on the shelf. So what good is a free grocery store that has nothing but shelf? It's just what I see. No. And Cuomo's evil.
That's the problem. It's like, what's the options? I know Mamdani did a lot of bad policy, but I'm not going to vote for Cuomo.
I'm not voting for Cuomo either. Giuliani was a different type of guy. I think Sliwa is along that vein without the chip on his shoulder that Giuliani had. We might luck out that way. If we get business to stay here and people to grow and different things to happen, we'll be okay. Look, they raised the minimum wage. Now, I'm all the way uptown sometimes, stopping McDonald's. When I used to stop into this one McDonald's all the way uptown, there was 10, 15 kids working behind the counter running all over the place. As soon as they raised the minimum wage, half of those kids were gone. They want you to use the app. That just took a whole bunch of jobs. So, yeah, you might be making more, but you're going to get less hours, and you're not going to be able to get hired if you don't already have a job. Everything has a cost to it. You know, nothing's absolutely free, but we got to be able to help people in such a way where they could do for themselves.
Our generation's scared. I mean, AI is replacing a lot of jobs, a lot of those fast food jobs.
Jobs they're not going to be able to do. Fast food may not be the place to go, but besides, you want to flip burgers at 30 years old?
So what do you think we should do?
Seriously? Yeah. Once you learn how to read, write, and do math, then take a trade. They're always going to need a plumber. They're always going to need a welder. My car can't fix itself. And the more computers and crap they put on these cars, the more I need somebody who knows what they're doing to put that stuff back together again when it blows up. Because they all blow up.
Do you regret getting the COVID vaccine? No. Did you get it again? They're still offering it now at the pharmacy.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't sound excited.
I just, it's kind of a hassle. And also, like,
if you got it 5 years ago, why don't you get it now?
I've gotten like 3 boosters. I'm in no hurry. Like, it's more of a convenience thing. Like, right now I work 5 days a week. I'm not trying to, like, miss a shift because I'm, like, sick. I mean, maybe I should go get another one. It's been like a year.
That's what I'm saying. If you got 3, I didn't fucking get it. I'm not getting that shit.
Nah, bro. It was. Hell no, I'm not getting it. I was fooled by the pumpkin. I thought you were gonna be more reasonable, bro. You're anti-vax.
You think I'm reasonable? Yeah, of course I'm anti-vax.
That's not of course, bro. That's kind of ridiculous. It's like inherently like the less educated. Like I listen to more like scientific minds than I am. Like I'm not that smart at like science and knowing that shit.
What scientists do you listen to?
The fucking actually, like Fauci at the time. Yeah. Yeah.
I got it, and I don't regret it, but as of now, I wouldn't get it, like, as of now. But I don't
It's the same level of risky. It was still...
Well, I already have some antibodies, I guess, if I had it. I don't know, I'm not that good.
No, I think that was very important, yeah.
You don't regret it?
No, that's fine, yeah. Do you?
I didn't get it, no.
Oh, and how do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah, no, same, yeah.
They said I was going to die if I didn't get it.
Yeah, I think it's just different vibes and different people and different government.
Would you get it again?
I didn't get it this time, so yeah.
Why not this time?
Because I wasn't forced to do it, or I wasn't kind of between two chairs of, oh, will I get fired if I don't?
Do you regret getting the COVID vaccine?
The COVID vaccine was a very weird era. I went in Florida, I dodged it for a year and a half, and then I went in and I got some saline shots from a doctor in Florida at a local nearby they were kind of under the tabling it.
How much did that cost?
It's not really that hard to play around the rules, as I've learned traveling.
Have you said that publicly yet?
A couple $100 is, enough to get your way around.
I paid $50 for a fake card.
Yeah, like, I usually just go with hundreds, it just never fails me. Like, I just have a few hundreds.
You slipped $100 to a pharmacist to get a fake vaccine shot.
Just in Florida.
Okay, but do you wish you got the COVID vaccine?
No, not at all.
It's funny, there's not one person who didn't get the vaccine who wishes they did, but everybody who got it is like, oh shit, I got my blood tainted.
Yeah, and then they got everybody to do it just through some fries and donuts.
I got the one and done. I was okay with it because if I didn't have the COVID vaccine, I wouldn't be allowed to go to work. There was a lot of places that were freaking out and wouldn't let you in their store if you didn't have the COVID vaccine.
Unless you had a fake card.
Do it or don't do it. Don't half-ass it. Anytime you half-ass it, bad things happen.
Would you get it again?
Probably not. My son was one of those people who said he absolutely would not do it. He never got anything. I got sick right after I got the COVID vaccine.
Same thing here. I never got it, never got sick.
God bless. Hey, you were smart enough to see around the corner. I wasn't.
There was a lot of propaganda. It was a scary time.
That's the problem. See, nobody goes and finds out anything. They just do what they have to do to get on to the next state. And unfortunately, we need to research a little bit more before we make decisions like that.
The full 3-hour version of this podcast is available on Patreon. I finally reopened it, and I'm also releasing the Kinda Quality podcast with Cass again. The first episode is up on there, along with all my editing tutorials and years of content finally re-released.